The war within. What if I told you that the greatest battle of your life isn't against the world, but against the unseen part of yourself? You dream bigger than most, yet something invisible keeps you small. Not fate, but your own shadow. Carl Jung called it the unconscious self. Machiavelli would call it your inner enemy, the one who betrays you from within. You keep chasing motivation, but what you really need is mastery over the forces you refuse to face. Because until you confront the hidden architecture of your mind, power will always belong to your shadow. Point 1. The illusion of laziness. Society calls it laziness, but Jung saw it as a mask, a defense mechanism protecting you from psychological pain. Machiavelli would argue that weakness is never natural. It's a form of self-preservation disguised as failure. Your so-called laziness is a signal, a silent negotiation between ambition and fear. Each time you retreat, you're not tired, you're avoiding the discomfort that real change demands. The powerful don't eliminate fear, they expose it. Point 2. The hidden architecture of the mind. Jung taught that the shadow stores everything you deny: shame, guilt, envy, rage, even potential. The more ambitious you are, the larger your shadow grows. Why? Because every dream threatens your comfort zone, and the ego fights to protect its throne. Machiavelli understood this when he said that power always provokes fear, even within oneself. The mind becomes a kingdom in rebellion. One part wants to expand, the other to stay safe. Point 3. The psychology of resistance. Every time you try to rise, your shadow launches its counterattack: procrastination, distraction, fatigue. You call it bad habits. Jung saw this as the unconscious defending its old identity, terrified of annihilation. Machiavelli would warn, never underestimate a ruler protecting his power, even if that ruler is your own fear. You cannot conquer what you refuse to understand. Point 4. The mirror of ambition. The shadow grows in direct proportion to your ambition. The higher your vision, the deeper your resistance. The mind fears success more than failure, because success demands transformation. To achieve greatness, you must betray the version of yourself built on comfort. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must learn to act against mercy, against faith, against humanity when necessary. So must you within your own psyche. Point 5. Radical self-confrontation. Jung believed that what we resist persists. The only cure is exposure. Sit with your fear and ask it, what are you trying to protect me from? The answer will reveal the emotional currency of your resistance. Machiavelli would tell you to study your enemy until you can predict his every move. Do the same with your shadow. Understand its strategy and it loses its leverage. Point 6. The alchemy of action. You don't defeat the shadow through motivation, you weaken it through movement. Small, deliberate actions, repeated daily, burn through illusions faster than any speech or book. Each act of discipline rewires the mind's hierarchy of power. Jung called this individuation, the integration of the light and dark self. Machiavelli would call it consolidation of power, ruling your inner state like a disciplined prince. Point 7. The master's state of mind. True mastery is not the absence of conflict, but control within it. The integrated man does not destroy his shadow, he uses it as fuel. He channels fear into precision, doubt into strategy, pain into power. When you can sit with chaos and command it, you've crossed from motivation to mastery. Power begins where self-deception ends. Face the darkness within, and the world outside bends accordingly. If you crave more than motivation, if you want psychological domination over your own mind, subscribe to your brother. because this is where Jung meets Machiavelli and where your transformation begins.